What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Chad Arms, a.k.a. Chatty Bobby. 1130.
Oh, very simple this time. 1130. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode. My name is Tony, a.k.a. Friday the 14th. And to my left, we have...
The mic is hot. The mic is hot. Hot, hot. The mic is hot. The mic is hot. Hot, hot. Hot mic chance.
What? Shout out them hot boy.
Yeah, man.
Pump it up. Bump, Brandon E. Biatches.
I don't know what I just did, but he's back, baby. I don't know what I did. I don't know. I just went, my arms were flailing. I was just...
We call that the seizure.
Yeah. I was glitching. I did my glitch like Chance did the other day. Yeah, I hope you got that clip somewhere down there. That Chance made that.
Chance shorted out.
Dude, shout out to Turk.
Yeah.
Hey,
Shout out to Turk.
No one's ever shouted Turk.
Yeah, I was fixing to say.
He's the Mr. Servo on a cash But
What's up, everybody?
man, and Brandon's been busy the last couple of times we've been filming.
Yep. Yes, he
He's
has.
just been doing like stuff with
Yeah, just
Life.
life with getting married. It's disgusting. It's gross. But I'm excited, guys. I'm really excited.
Hell yeah,
You're
we're
getting
happy
closer
for
to
you,
being
man.
on the beach.
Oh,
Dude.
yeah. Watching Bash at the beach.
Oh, dude, when this
man.
comes out.
Yeah, we'll
this
be
comes
on the
out,
beach.
Brandon will have already gotten married, so
Yeah, this is-
congratulations.
Yeah,
Yeah,
congratulations.
congratulations.
Yep.
From a different, yeah, I forget. Yeah, let's do the time warp again.
But yeah, Chance, when you were in one of the times that you weren't here for an episode, Chance had a short circuit moment.
Yeah.
Yes.
That
I really am AI.
I think
really
I
are.
really question whether or not he was a robot after
Yeah.
this, 'cause it was he went and then I just bounced. I'll have to show you.
Yeah, it was
Maybe
crazy.
We'll be able to put it in here. I don't know.
Yep.
But we're talking about wrestling titles.
Yes.
At first glance, it may look like we're saying wrestling titties.
Yeah,
How many people confuse seeing the word titles with titties?
it's just missing that one little.
I think that's
all it's missing.
I think that's what we should name it. It'll probably get a lot
He'll
more
probably get
clicks.
he'll probably get a whole lot more clicks on it.
Click could be a
Bait.
whole other episode in general, though.
Just misspelled it, put it in quotation marks.
Yep.
It'll be good.
Yeah, but yeah, we're going to talk wrestling titles, man. But before we do that, y'all be sure to hit the sponsors up: Trouble Spirits, Revolution One Media, and all of our friends, the Natural Disasters, both Mean Genes, Jimmy Hott, Brian Pillman, Sanchez Turner, American Sting, Virgil,
Coming soon, Miss Elizabeth.
Miss Elizabeth.
Miss
Yep.
Elizabeth.
Shout
is
out
coming
Mel.
soon. Shout out Mel.
Yeah.
So before we got here, guys, I got me an apple juice and I got me a honey bun from Love's, right? Can I just say right now on the motherfucking record that gas station bathrooms, not just truck stop bathrooms, are the grossest thing on earth.
I've experienced this Loves up here before, and I would.
And Love's, and it's a newer Love's.
Dude, it's.
But
every time I've gone in there, somebody has.
Dude, everybody was peeing out of their butt. That's shitting water. You just hurt. It's like Hiroshima bombs going off. There was a guy in the urinal next to me.
Taking
It
a
looked
shit
like he
in the
may-
urinal.
May or may not have been dead. He was asleep. He was like bigger than me.
Leaning
He
up
was
against
like
it.
this, and I just kept hearing him fart while he. There was another guy that was hawking loogies in the sink. I was like, "Get me out of here!" Dude.
And they had the worst soap ever. in
It's
there.
that grit stuff. Like, I'm not changing a tire.
Yeah.
I just want to give me some Dial, some
Dial.
Lever
Something to-
2000. Is that
Give me
still
something to
there?
soften my hands up for me.
Irish Spring, anything.
2000.
Lever 2000.
Worst soap.
I think probably the.
Lever 2000 worst soap.
Is it the one that had like a?
worse
Is
than-
that the one that had like a curvature in the bottom of it? It wasn't a flat bar of soap. It had like a little curvature. It had like a little handle that you could grab.
Yep.
But it was
Lever 2000
It's
was
the-
the
It's the Stetson cologne.
preferred stock, dude. It's brute. It's you, damn it.
It's one that's
Fuck
on
outta
the
here.
very.
Lever 2000 can go fucking kick rocks.
It's down there with Irish Spring on
Oh
the
my
bottom,
God.
Bottom of the shelf.
But the worst part about it is the way you're explaining the bathroom. The people in there ain't gonna wash their hands anyway. Them nasty
Yeah.
some bitches.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Look at it.
Yeah.
Look at
It
it.
looked like it was like a spearmint color.
Oh my god.
Lever 2000's the worst.
Just look at it.
Shout out to Lever.
If you ever want a
2000.
clean
No.
bathroom, though, there's only a couple of them. But if you pass a Buc-ee's, they're known for having
Yes,
clean
yeah. I'll give.
They are. It's just going
you
there
can
when
get in
there's
there.
not
So-
7,000
yes.
people
It's
waiting.
so-
in line.
You have to go in the middle of the night.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
do
It's
not
so
go in the middle
overwhelming.
of the day or in the morning because it's just the most. It's worse than Disney.
It's overwhelming for sure. here.
I don't like
Everybody
people
trying
that
to
much.
get Bucky nut, whatever them things are,
Yeah.
the peanuts, or
Yeah.
the tater tots, or whatever they are.
The animal crackers, no, the
Animal crack. First of all, animal cracker. Fuck off, and man.
what? Even the frosted animal crackers?
I mean,
Come on, man. They're like just like a little
Kinda
sweet
hate-
cracker.
okay, animal crackers, fine. I'll give you fine.
I mean,
Animal
they're-
crackers.
Chance, back me up on this. I know you're an animal cracker fan. You have to be.
I don't like the frosted ones, but
I like
Okay.
I like the
regular ones.
plain ones too.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
non- the
okay.
non-frosted ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
But
like
I was
a
a
vanilla
psycho.
wafer.
I was a
You
psycho
don't like
kid.
vanilla wafers?
You were a psycho
Chuck.
kid.
Yeah,
Go.
I would bite the heads off of the animal
I believe
crackers.
that.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
psycho.
believe
That's
every
a
bit
little,
of that.
that's a little on the psycho.
Then you
side.
bite.
That was
Then you
going
bite
to a
all
dark
the
place.
limbs off. Then you
Shout
bite,
out to Gummo.
Yeah, then you bite all the limbs off, and then you bite. Then
Oh
you,
my god,
You were just like
tortured your
you
animal
were
crackers.
Tyrannosaurus Rex and
You
Yeah.
were
were
animal
Dex. You were
crackers.
Dextering.
They needed
Yep.
to call.
Animal
They needed to call
crackers.
PETA when you had animal crackers.
Man.
But yeah, man, wrestling titles, man.
We got here somehow.
I love the curve
Shout out to
Rex.
Lieber 2000. That's what this is sponsored by.
But
unfortunately,
Truck
Rather just
stop
not wash
bathroom.
my hands if I
Dude,
use Liberty.
Shout! I mean, truckers, thank y'all for your jobs and everything, you're getting stuff across the U.S. But y'all are there's some nasty.
Yeah, y'all
I'm
little
not
nasty.
classifying all y'all in one group, but some of y'all are some nasty boys. Y'all some nasty motherfuckers. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, just look at the bathrooms.
No, that's how they're designed.
Oh.
They're designed with urine and feces all over the place.
feces.
Wow.
What are you, a
Chance
doctor?
just throwing it out there. Just
Fucking clinical terms. Feces.
Getting all technical.
Urine.
Urine and feces.
But anyway, like we
Shout out to
say,
Biggie Hauser.
we're talking about wrestling titles today.
Yeah, so
And we're going to be, I knowing from our history and everything, our list is going to pretty much be old school titles. I have a feeling.
Pretty much. Except for one.
Because nowadays, with both brands, there's so many titles out there now with the splitting brands.
It's so overwhelming.
It's hard to keep up with like the newer titles.
Yes.
I know we have the undisputed the undisputed title that Cody has, correct?
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I believe
That's my
No.
point. I can't keep
yeah.
up with them.
You had the blue belt that was on SmackDown for a while, and then
Yeah.
the heavyweight. It's just
Raw, SmackDown, undisputed, non-undisputed,
Heavyweight title.
kind of, sort of undisputed.
Yeah.
Undisputed, the TV show, the Skip Bayless is all. There's so many undisputeds.
yeah, exactly.
Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
But it's with the brand split that it makes it so fucking confusing with everything.
Yeah.
Because you have to have a main title on one brand, you have to have a main title on the other one.
It's
You have
just
to
too
have
much.
Yeah.
Too much.
WWE, let me tell you something right now.
Oh.
You only need 4 titles. That's it. Just 4. No more than 4. You need a World Heavyweight Champion, secondary championship, tag team championship, women's championship. That's all you need.
Maybe a cruiserweight, lightweight, somewhat, but I agree with you on that.
Yeah, but we don't need
5 at the most.
Yeah, we don't need 20 belts. 5 on this one, 15 on this one. Then you have NXT
20 belts, 21 wrestlers.
Yeah.
Everybody's
Everybody's
a winner.
a champion.
It's in this
Yeah,
age
literally.
days where everybody's a winner
Literally.
nowadays.
So true.
Just
it's
go
just
back
too
to
much,
the
man.
4 or 5. That's all you need.
I agree.
But one thing we can all agree on is the ones that probably we're going to speak on
Are some of the greatest
classics
evers.
That because it was when there was not that many belts,
Mm-hmm.
and it meant
They
something.
meant
It
something.
meant
Remember,
something,
man.
and people held on to the title.
Sure.
the Intercontinental belt.
It
Like you
started off with that one.
Okay, yeah, the Intercontinental belt. I love that one.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know when they changed the design of it. Of course, I'm talking about like vintage, like you
The
know,
Mr. Perfect.
Mr. Perfect,
Yeah, the
yeah.
Mr. Perfect. That one ran
Honky
from
Tonk Man,
1985
like that
to
time.
1997.
There you go. That's because think about it. Right around the Attitude Era, the Intercontinental was there, but they didn't care about it as much. I felt like
Yeah.
it was still there though, but they had the European,
Correct.
they had the hardcore belt, they
Yep.
had the tag belts. You know,
That's when they started introducing more and more belts into the
Correct.
scene.
the Intercontinental belt I always loved, man, because they always. I still feel like, and we talked about this on the Intercontinental episode back in the day, the first 10 or 15.
Yeah.
That I think the best matches in wrestling, a lot of them were from the Intercontinental.
Yeah.
Yep.
title
That's a
matches.
fact.
That was the
a
workers'
genuine
title.
Workers'
Yeah.
title, yeah.
Yeah.
Some of my favorite matches of all time were.
I mean, you just go through the
Intercontinental.
guys that held it. I mean, Mr. Perfect throwing a classic match after
Shawn
classic.
Michaels.
Shawn Michaels. I mean,
Bret Hart.
but that I loved it when they. My favorite was when they put the white strap. I'm not sure who was the
Yes.
first person to put the white.
Shawn Michaels is my first
that
memory
may
of it.
may
Yeah.
be the person that used
Yeah.
the white strap on an Intercontinental title, and that to me is up there in the top 2 of belts
I'll give
of
you
all
an
time.
example too. Just like match-wise, it kind of describes the working title for me. We all love Piper.
Oh,
But
yeah.
Piper didn't really wrestle. They're just like, punch this and this and this.
Yeah, poke
but
him
his
out,
match
yeah.
in WrestleMania 8 with Bret Hart for the Intercontinental
great.
title
Yep.
was his best match.
Yeah.
One of my all-time favorite matches. That kind of describes that era for the Intercontinental title for
for
me.
sure.
Yeah.
Like, so good.
Yeah.
So
Passing-
good.
that was a passing the torch too. I feel like he was passing the torch to Brett
For
then.
sure, because he never got pinned.
Yeah.
He got pinned in that match, and clearly
Yeah.
we're touching on it all four, but just kind of slightly touched on it. But the Bret Hart, Mr. Perfect SummerSlam match,
Oh yeah.
best Intercontinental match for me,
And-
in my opinion.
Yeah.
Cody brought that belt back.
Oh my
Cody
gosh,
brought it
sure
back.
did.
The Miz brought back the white
Yep.
strap too.
What, so was Ultimate Warrior when he was changing it to all them weird colors? Was that the Intercontinental?
Yeah,
Or was that,
he
was
did that. He
Intercontinental.
did that.
it's like
and to the
green
wing.
and yellow.
Yeah, he
I was
did
going to
that.
mention. I was going to touch base on that.
Yeah, he
green
did a
one.
yellow version,
Yeah.
like a
kind of a tealish green.
version.
I ain't gonna
think.
lie, I kind of dug
It was cool. Yeah, but it kept the plates the same.
Correct.
It just with the Warrior, it made sense. Like
Correct.
because he was such a colorful.
And he also
character.
was the first one that actually brought something different because everything was so standard at that time.
Yeah.
And we'd never seen anything different.
Yeah.
During that era, and I was like, it always caught my eyes watching it. I mean, he wasn't like a worker or nothing
Yeah.
like that, but the belt was cool and it fit his gimmick and stuff like that. So I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah. It's and like it just comes back around. Like everybody that's held that title is just it's a respectful wrestler.
You mentioned Cody bringing it back. I'm going to touch base on a few weeks ago because we didn't get a chance to like talk about it or anything. But that match that him and AJ Styles had,
Incredible.
I thought about the Intercontinental title during that era.
Dude, how awesome was that
Backlash?
crowd for that match too?
That was the
Yep.
best wrestling match I've seen in a
I need to go watch Backlash. I haven't watched
long. I'm talking years for me personally, but it brought me back to that Intercontinental title era.
It's
Killed. That match was awesome.
now. Were you a fan of the Attitude Era Intercontinental? It was more like the oval shape
I
and
did.
everything.
No, yeah, I like the Attitude Era belts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not the new Intercontinental belt. It's
Yeah, I don't.
I'm not.
No.
I'm not too much of a fan of the look of it. But
Unfortunately not.
the Attitude Era Intercontinental belt, I could
No,
get down with.
For sure. Absolutely.
I guess just because that was right there in our childhood too when they
It
changed.
was.
Ken Shamrock was always attached to that one.
Oh, yeah. I dug all of those. Currently wise, now I know I don't know how many of us really watch it, but the current NXT title belt is awesome.
Yes, I like the look of it.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Who's got the title right now? The Braun guy?
No. He just won it. Was it is it Montez? No, not Montez Ford.
I'm a little out of touch with who's on it, NXT because a lot of them just got called up after WrestleMania, so I'm a little
Yeah, Braun is on SmackDown now.
and like Carmelo Hayes is on SmackDown now.
Yeah,
So like
I
some of
think
the
it
guys
may
who
be
just,
Mon-
but the
I may be
title
told.
is awesome.
It's a beautiful title.
Yeah. It
It's
gives me-
kind of got like
Trick Williams.
Trick
Trick
Williams.
Williams, that's
He's the new
yeah,
title holder,
yeah.
but it's got kind of got like a hologram
Yeah.
look to it. The way the light hits it and everything. It's a good look. I like it
It's real
better.
clean and sleek.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. But probably my favorite belt of all time is the Winged Eagle World Heavyweight title.
Oh, yeah.
It's just because that's what
It's
what the
our
World
childhood.
Heavyweight Champion wore
For sure.
in our childhood. And
Everybody watching this, we're from what they call the Golden Era.
Yeah.
It's before the Attitude Era. And that was just like, people would have the title for years.
Yeah.
Hold it for years. Well, people, Hulk Hogan. But,
How long did that wing?
that title went from 88 to 98.
Yeah, see,
Yep,
that's
our
the
era.
prime. Other than that little 94, 95
Yeah.
BS, but other than that,
it's the gold
And there's so many iconic moments with that Winged Eagle belt. You mean you got Shawn Michaels winning it for the first time when he's
Correct. WrestleMania
when
12.
he's,
Yep.
hunkered
Boyhood
over in the
dream.
middle of the ring and holding it. I mean, there's just so many iconic moments that are attached to that belt.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Bret Hart won it on freaking non-TV against Ric Flair. Like, his first title was not even on.
Oh,
like,
that
live.
Diesel won it off of TV, off of Bob
He should have
Backlund.
won off TV too.
back when.
But,
Going back to Bob Backlund. Fuck
but they
Bob
did that. It
Backlund.
was kind of weird back then. You think about it, just freestyling off the top of my head here. But like, people held the title for so long back in the day. But when there was title change, sometimes it was not even televised. That's
Yeah.
a little off.
People
It's
don't
crazy 'cause
even
people don't
lose
even
it.
know that it happened.
Correct.
Before the internet.
And now they don't even
yeah.
lose it on TV. It's like pay-per-views or premium live events. That's the only
Correct.
time they lose now.
Yeah, because
They
I
never,
remember
they never changed the belt on TV anymore.
hardly
Not-
ever. I remember
much.
Not,
that-
they don't
not the
like-
main
one of the
ones.
biggest
Raw or
pops I can
SmackDown,
ever
right?
remember is Mick Foley
Yep.
winning the belt against The Rock on Monday Night Raw
Yep.
when Shawn Michaels comes out. That pop is still. I mean, it makes the hair stand on your arms when the glass hits.
And that also was tied to the Attitude Era because with the Monday Night Wars because they announced it on the other channel and everybody turned to watch it. They
Yeah.
knew that
Blew
was
up in
gonna
their
backfire.
face. Yeah. Another huge pop I remember of a title change on Monday Night Raw. And I'm trying to remember who it was that lost, but I know it was when Dolph Ziggler won the title.
Oh,
on
against
Raw.
Alberto Del
Yeah,
Rio.
was it-
Wasn't
Did he
that
cash in or
Yeah, he
something?
cashed in a Money in the Bank.
That's when he had AJ.
Yeah,
and
yeah, and Big
E.
E was behind him and everything.
I remember
yeah.
because everybody was wanting Dolph Ziggler to win. And I'm not saying it's the Winged Eagle or nothing. but I'm
No,
just
no,
saying,
it was the big gold belt that he
it was the
won.
big. But that was just going off what you were saying about like
Just
title
pop-
changes
yeah.
and stuff.
But that was on a Monday Night Raw and a huge pop.
Oh,
for
sure
that.
was. I remember that for sure.
Yeah.
He's a worker. Dolph
No,
Ziggler.
for sure. Oh, yeah.
And like, let's think for a second. When Hulk Hogan won that belt, how many people? Until he finally left? How many people actually had it besides him during that time?
Yokozuna.
Yeah.
That was it.
Well,
And
Ultimate
Warrior. And Warrior.
And
That was the
Warrior.
only two.
I think so.
God,
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Because
Savage never beat him.
did-
No, the title.
Did Sergeant Slaughter have it?
Yeah, Slaughter had it, but he won it
Just
from
barely.
Warrior.
Yep.
He won it from Warrior.
From Warrior. And Hogan
Okay.
beat him. And Hogan beat him.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Taker. We're
Yeah,
like-
Taker.
Taker.
Yeah.
that was real quick.
Texas.
Tuesday night in
yeah,
Texas.
yeah.
Well, he beat him at Survivor Series. And
So less than 5 people.
Yeah,
had
yeah.
it in that
yeah.
whole
It's
time. That's
it's
crazy.
insane.
And of course now,
5 people had it just since we started recording this episode.
Yeah.
right. Well, see, and you said in '98 when they ended it. Is that when Stone Cold got his
Yes.
version of the Skull
Yeah,
title?
that's
Okay.
when they went to the big,
Yes.
the bigger world. I mean,
Love
it was.
that. And I love that title.
Yeah, I like that title too. It's like the big. It was like the Winged Eagle belt, but
A skull, kind of.
well, then they had it was the world heavyweight title, but it
Yep.
was a lot bigger.
Correct.
The plate was
The plate
bigger.
was a lot bigger.
It was
yeah.
and everything. It didn't have the wings and everything, but it had the eagle still
Yeah.
on the belt, and it had like a blue strap for a while
Yeah.
and everything. But then, of course, you had Stone Cold that had the rattlesnake belt off of that one, and
Yeah.
The Rock had the Brahma Bull belt off of that one.
Yeah, this when they started just trying to like cater more to the gimmick with the title.
Yeah.
I like that Smoking Skull belt.
This-
Oh, I
Skull
love
belt's
the
awesome.
skull,
Yeah.
smoking
Yeah.
skull belt, and it had
Yeah.
like the rattlesnake look on the inside
Oh,
and
yeah.
everything.
And especially during that time frame, the Attitude Era, it needed to get a little revamp. You
Yep.
know.
Oh, absolutely.
And one thing I remember him catching a lot of flack for, and I didn't ever like it either, was when Rock would just drag the belt
Yeah.
to the ring and stuff. They always used to get upset with him because he wouldn't wear it.
First time I ever seen anybody do that was Taker when he won it at Survivor Series when he was a zombie character and he won it from Hogan and he just dragged it to the bag. That's
Yeah.
I was kind of like, that's kind of different.
Yeah.
You know, but Rock did do that.
Yeah, he used to do it a lot. I remember, I can't remember if it was Pritchard or Cornette, or maybe both of them talk because they're just traditionalists, but
Yeah.
would talk about how it used to bother the hell out of him that he wouldn't put it on.
On his waist.
He would just drag it.
It
behind,
just
like,
pissed me off that he wouldn't put the title around his belt. If it would have been Bobby Eaton, he would have had the title around his belt and Smoky Mountain Championship Wrestling and double cheeseburgers, motherfucker.
Well, if you watch Stone Cold never wore it around his waist either.
No, but I think it was just the dragging.
Yeah.
Where it was dragging, like the strap was dragging the ground.
Stone
and
Cold
shit.
would walk to the ring with it over his shoulder.
yeah.
But I mean, it's pretty much, and then throw it up once he got into the ring. But it's just the old school in those guys.
Yep. I'm old school.
What was one of your favorite belts, Chance?
I always liked the WCW United States Championship.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I
Yep.
had that on my list.
Yep.
I like that.
That's
a
one.
great
That's probably my third favorite
Really?
behind the Winged Eagle and the Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah, interesting. That was pretty
But
much
it-
the United States
Yeah.
title was
Yeah,
their
for
version
sure.
of the
But it
Intercontinental
was
title.
similar to the
Yes, it was
the
a worker's
design,
title.
but it
Yeah.
had like the
Oh, that
color and stuff in
Yeah.
it.
Yep,
Yeah.
that one right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love that belt.
So 91 to 2001. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Usually you see the belts usually have about a 10.
Yeah, it's about a
12
10-year,
run,
yeah,
and they change
10-year run with the belts and everything.
Because so in WCW, y'all would know more than I would because I didn't watch it near as much as WWE back then. So they had the U.S. title, they had the big gold belt. Did they have the TV title?
Yep. TV
And then they had a
title.
cruiserweight title
And then
too.
and
tag
Eventually
teams.
they got the
the cruiserweight came like attitude.
Did it come? Yeah, did it come?
Monday Night War
Yeah,
era.
the
Okay.
TV title. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was more when Nitro started popping off more with the cruiserweights and everything.
Yeah, like this era, like early '90s WCW, it had those belts you mentioned, but they also had for like a short amount, they had a television tag team.
Stunning Steve Austin had
Oh,
that,
wow.
correct? Yeah. He
So I'm
was.
assuming those only got defended on the TV shows. Right? It wasn't
Well, like
a-
think about it. Saturday night, WCW Saturday night was the real deal back
Yeah.
then. That was
Yep.
pre-Nitro.
Yeah.
I mean, still to this day, I actually like that era of like WCW Saturday night. I know it's like Attitude Era and Monday Night Wars and stuff, but like that WCW Saturday night was must-watch TV in my house. I'm sure you probably
Yep.
were the same way.
Well, they had a
Yeah.
great plan for that in that studio where they could pack out that studio
sure.
for every show.
For sure.
I wish we could have.
And
I wish I
everybody
could have
pretty
made
much
one
had
of
a
those.
ringside seat, and the crowd was into it. They'd get wrestling fans to come in there. And it wasn't just, hey, you're coming. Hey, we need some people from Universal Studios right
For
quick
sure.
for filming
Absolutely.
and everything. They'd make sure they'd get wrestling fans in there.
But
Man.
that's what they started to do.
Yeah.
Correct.
When they started Nitro, right?
It was when they were doing that the Disney thing. It was just for like budget reasons.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
they just were lacking finance.
But
at
that's
that
where they
time.
shot the Saturday night stuff.
Correct.
It was Disney and everything. right?
MGM, no, the Disney
Or
some
Universal.
Grand
It was either that or
something
Universal.
Grand something. I forget the name.
It was
of
on one of those properties.
Yeah.
But
it
it
was
just
good.
it got your fans easy.
I feel like everything that was outside of that in that era was shot at the Omni in Atlanta. I feel like everything was always
Or the
yeah,
Municipal
Omni.
Auditorium in
Yeah.
Nashville.
or Greensboro Arena, or something in South Carolina or something like that, North Carolina. There was like always like those 3 or 4 states that
Yeah.
shot everything in.
And like the U.S. title in WCW, who would be your favorite that held it? I'm looking at the people that some of the notable people here.
Stunning Steve.
Yeah.
Piper held that belt
Tell you the
too.
name you don't see on there is
Goldberg.
Z-Man.
Goldberg held that title till we won the World
They didn't list
Heavyweight
him.
title.
They got Sting, Booker T, Flair, Luger, Steamboat, Rick Rude, Eddie Guerrero.
I was a fan of Luger
Stunning
during
Steve.
that era.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
man,
I just remember Goldberg having both after he beat Hogan, holding up both titles
sure did.
and everything.
He sure did.
I do know just another name that got left out here is PN News.
Oh, he didn't win anything? Oh,
didn't
I
go-
tell you something he did win. It's the person I hate the most award.
Oh man,
God, I hate his guts so bad.
PN News, yo baby, yo, baby, yo,
yo,
where's my
baby.
title?
Who's more lyrical, Nas or PN News?
PN News. Close
Shots fired.
second.
Shots
Nas is
fired.
a close second to PN News. What's another title that you're?
I just the big gold.
yeah, you got to throw out the
you
big
got-
gold
oh,
belt.
dude,
Because
It's-
the American Dream held the big gold,
big
baby.
gold,
Who
baby.
didn't hold the belt?
Well, I know who I did.
Yeah,
the,
but
the Dream held.
that's the only one. That's the only World Heavyweight title he did. No, he did. He hold the
did.
NWA.
Ain't that the kind of same thing? Kind of.
Well, it was for a while. I
Yeah.
guess. Well, no, it was the AWA title, wasn't it?
No, didn't the big gold start with the NWA?
I thought that was always the 5 pounds of
Crockett?
gold was the NWA.
Wow, yeah, people are going to kill me in the comments.
Who
for that.
cares?
Sorry, we
It's
don't
our show.
remember,
We can
but
say what we
yeah.
want.
Anybody who says anything back, fuck you.
But the big gold belt is just.
I just
beautiful.
love it the way it looks.
It's beautiful.
man. And it was held by Dusty Flair, Harley,
Who's who held that title?
Ahmed Johnson didn't hold it. But
Yeah.
you said he's a who's who. But
Yeah.
he didn't. Yeah. Sorry, Ahmed, you didn't get a chance.
Fuck Ahmed Johnson.
I'm not a
Dude.
big fan of the design, but I
Didn't
am
like
a big fan of the prestige behind it.
Yeah.
So that's why I had to put it on the list. But I like the NWO spray painted version
There you
better
go.
than
Of course you would.
yeah.
Of course you
A
would.
classic.
against the grain.
Against the
chance,
grain
dude.
chance. Had to go against the grain. But yeah, you got to give it respect to
See,
the.
Virgil didn't have anything to do with the NWO belt, but Vincent did.
That's what made it prestigious. Of course, they retired that in 2001
Yeah.
and then brought it back.
Yeah, they did. Brought it back. I was hyped.
2002,
Yeah.
What year did it say that that
That's
belt
when
was
WCW
originated?
86.
Okay, so the
it was NW yeah.
the NWA World Title was brought in 1973.
And
Well, my
Dusty
point
was
is the
a,
big gold belt, like 86, it wasn't WCW yet. It was
Yeah,
still,
I think it was
NWA.
AW. It may have been AWA.
It was
Or
still
in-
the Crockett's. and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
NWA.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
That's
yeah,
what
yeah.
I was trying to say.
Ah, I
Yeah.
got you.
Yeah.
My
So
bad.
it,
all good.
dude, have you noticed too? Like back in the day, them early belts, they were like this big.
yeah.
Like you
the
see them
little
carry. You say like Dusty
were,
Rhodes
yeah.
carrying it around.
That were, yeah, for sure.
Well,
They were
that's
so
how I
little.
always love how Rick Flair would hold it all creased up and in his arm for promos and everything.
That's somebody who cared about the title. Right?
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, yes.
Do you think? Would you say Ric Flair's the best champion?
Yes.
It's hard to argue it.
I'm not.
I would
he's-
say
It's
not
hard to
even
argue.
I think he's the greatest ever, period.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me too.
it's to represent a world heavyweight title
And a
the
professional wrestler.
and a professional wrestler that you can't
He
argue
had his
against.
flaws like everybody else, but like as far as just like
just holding it
Yes.
to the level that it was at, and like defending it and
Yes.
going all over the place, defending it against different territories,
Yes.
and
He's
much
hands
the
down.
respect level in the ring. Now we all know out of the ring he liked to party, whatever.
Whatever. I would have done the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But, like,
if any of us would have lived the life of Ric Flair
I
if we had a choice.
1000% would have.
Yeah,
I mean,
dude.
I kind of did for a little while in my life. That's why I'm lacking brain cells right now. But I love him though.
No,
Yep.
for sure.
I think he's the GOAT of all time. Period.
Yeah.
Him and Ahmed Johnson are the GOATs of all time.
I think 1A, 1B for sure.
Yeah.
I think
Sure.
I think Max Moon would probably be.
Dino Bravo.
Dino Bravo.
No.
So good on the mic. So good on the
Dino
mic.
Bravo's finishing move. Somebody tell me what it was.
It's called It Doesn't Fucking Exist.
Yeah.
That's
Did
what
he
it's
ever get to
called.
use it?
Him and Jim Powers had the same finisher.
Dude, you could not tell me when I was a kid that I thought Dino Bravo was Rick Moranis from Honey.
If Rick
He
Moranis
looked
was on
exactly
steroids
like him if he had blonde hair
and muscles.
and muscles. It looked exactly like him.
just alike in the face. Honey, I blew up my body. Is what
Yeah, exactly.
Dino Bravo would have been on.
Now, question for y'all: what was y'all's favorite tag team titles?
Got that on my list. Just
Yep.
that regular '90s. It's kind of
The WWF?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would be
so
my.
much prestige with that one.
But I like they went back and forth sometimes between the gold ones and
Yep.
the silver ones
Yep.
and all that. But
Man.
that's my favorite tag team title.
Look at a picture of the Hart Foundation during that era with those. That's
The-
like
yeah.
classic.
Yeah, that's the best.
And the
Yes.
Natural
the
disasters.
natural disasters, the Dudley Boys when they first came in and won the titles and everything.
Yeah, can I say my most hated
Please.
belt?
Oh, I
The
think I know.
fucking tag belts, they look like pennies.
Oh God, dude.
They're the
hands
worst
down.
belts
Yeah.
of all time.
worst belt
Hands
design of all. It
Hands
looked like
down.
copper pennies they were
Dude,
wearing
I
around the
hated
waist.
them. Do they still have them?
No, they changed them. That's when they changed them up to what the SmackDown and the Raw.
Yeah.
They went to like the silver plates.
They're in the same dumpster as all the rest of the Ico Pro supplies.
worst belt.
Fun
design.
fact: speaking of dumpsters, dude, when me and my brother used to wrestle when we were kids, he was Salamander Hambone. I was Big Daddy Dumpster was my name, and I had my own theme song, and it was "Watch out for the dumpster, yeah, yeah, he's coming after you." Oh, I would sing my intro. I would sing my intros walking.
That song's coming
That
soon.
dude's ahead of his time right there. That's actually pretty good, dude.
Hey, just so you know, Chance is going to make that song happen in real life.
Big Daddy Dumpster, dude. I used to,
Big Daddy Dumpster is coming.
Powerbomb. I would pick Cameron up and powerbomb him on like our pillows. and shit.
Taylor. Shout out to my little brother. He was a wrestling move test dummy for us as well. He
Yeah, we
I
used to hit
used
each
to
other
walk
with like
around.
styrofoam.
Dude.
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff saying
I
it
would
was
walk
charity.
around figure four leg locking everybody all the time. Figure four, just hurting them for no reason.
I said that figure four, baby. That figure four.
Oh yeah, the figure four. You couldn't get out of the figure four, baby. Sci-fi couldn't even get out of that. I've got a title, y'all.
Go
that
ahead.
It's never was a true title, but it was the baddest motherfucking title ever. Look wise, the $1 Million
Oh,
Belt.
the best
Oh
looking
yeah,
dog.
yes. Oh yeah, that has to be on your.
I
list.
wonder did that really like the actual price point of that belt.
I remember Bruce talked about it on the Ted
He
DiBiase
did,
episode on how
yeah.
much it was, but I can't remember.
That
remember-
costs money.
Yeah, dude.
Oh yeah.
right there.
Even the replica, like
Yes.
life-size belts, look fucking
Yes.
amazing.
It's the best looking belt,
It
really.
just like they
Good
nailed
call.
it on
Yeah.
that one right there, and that's something my main man did hold.
Hey, look at him
My
holding it right
main
there.
man did hold it. Oh, got one problem is I spilled some meat sauce on it, and I wasn't able to hold it no more.
Do you think that he ate Olive Garden off of that belt?
Probably so, because he had to. R.I.P. Virgil, man.
You
R.I.P.
know that he ate breadsticks and meat sauce off of that belt.
off
at some
that beautiful, beautiful, beautiful belt.
point. I know he snorted cocaine off of it.
I heard he
Had
was.
to.
I heard he was completely clean.
Okay, well,
They say-
$1 Million Man definitely.
They say he didn't drink or anything. They say he was a body guy. Like he just worked out in the gym all the
Well,
time.
shout out to Virgil, dude.
Shout
$1 Million
out.
Man before he found
he
the Lord,
definitely
he
did his
definitely
business.
snorted cocaine off.
Yeah,
the
they
belt.
said
See, before he got on the Lord.
before he found the Lord.
What makes you think he didn't do it after he found the Lord?
He may
I mean,
still.
his son's in a lot of trouble these days.
Really?
You ain't seen that about his son?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
He's
him
in
and
trouble.
him and Brett Favre are just embezzling money all over the place. Man.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Shout out to Haynes and Wranglers or what? Brett Favre just always used to do those commercials for Wrangler. They're
Oh,
all playing like
Wrangler,
back
tight-ass
football
pants. Knowing
in Wrangler jeans.
Knowing
I'm
damn
like,
well he
what?
couldn't throw a 7-yard pass in them damn tight ass jeans. Quit playing.
Oh, dude. Shout out to the $1 million belt. One that
Yep.
looks equally as good, the Hardcore Championship.
Dude. I'll be honest with I love that belt. You remember the old school, like when we were kids, the foam replica belts that
Oh,
you
yeah.
could get and everything? We made our own hardcore belt back in the day.
Fire.
And we didn't have as fancy wrestling league as Chance did back in his backyard.
Yeah, Chance
Yeah.
had a full-on, like,
Have you ever heard the story of Chance's wrestling league in his backyard?
No.
I got
He-
proof.
He had
backyard
crowds and
wrestling.
everything.
Somebody broke their leg. and
What?
whatever.
Oh no. Oh.
Like ours wasn't that
It was
we
like
didn't have
that-
crowds. We
it was
didn't
like
use
the-
the
yeah.
baseball fields as our crowd and everything.
Was this in Cheatham Park? I mean, us at Cheatham Park.
West Park.
Yeah.
Yep. The house backed right up to it.
Oh, that's a perfect
That was
area
our
for a
audience.
wrestling league. Right
If you
there.
build it, they will come.
Dude, I would have been there. Would have had Sir Pizza sponsoring that.
Oh, man.
The old school Save a Lot would have provided all the drinks over there. You know,
Yep,
what I'm talking
and West
about.
Bowl.
Orange Crush.
West Bowl.
Yep.
Yeah, R.I.P. West Bowl.
Man. But yeah, we made our own hardcore title for our little wrestling league. But yeah, that was a sweet. It was just a winged eagle all busted
What
up.
was the name of your wrestling league?
We didn't have a name for it. It was just in the hardcore belt, like whoever the hardcore champion, we'd walk around school and have matches like in the middle of school.
That's
'cause
dope.
The hardcore belt could. It was like the 24 hour.
24-hour rule.
And
Fire.
everything.
Fire.
What was
Yeah.
the name of your league? Your wrestling?
New Age Wrestling.
Oh, that's
We didn't
okay.
have. We weren't as fancy as him. We just had like.
No.
No, no
Damn,
on
I
this.
feel like, I feel kind of slighted a little bit. You had your own league. You had your own theme song.
Big Daddy Dumpster, dude. BDD, baby.
Song coming soon.
Yeah.
Worst wrestler of all time, though. Just to let y'all know. I'm the worst wrestler.
I mean, I beg to differ. I could name 5 off the top of my head. That's worse.
They're not worse than Big Daddy Dumpster was.
Paul Roma was worse than Big Daddy Dumpster. I don't give a shit what you
Fuck
say.
Paul Roma.
Paul Roma is
FBR.
Paul.
He's still alive.
the Skinner is worse.
We don't
than
need
him.
who.
The Skinner, dude. Did he ever hold a title?
Yeah, he did. He sure did. Fuck no, he didn't.
He held the tobacco spitting champion. No, that was Stan Hansen that
won-
had the tobacco
Yeah.
spitting champion.
Skinner won the most likely to be from Carthage, Tennessee title. Him and the Colorado kid fought in the finals for that match, for that belt right there. Carthage, Tennessee.
What's in Carthage, dude?
The Colorado
racetrack?
kid and Skinner.
A racetrack that doesn't get
I tell you
used
what's
anymore.
not in Carthage, Tennessee is black people. I've been there once. I bought a dog from there one time. I couldn't get out of there quick enough, man. Sheesh, aroma.
You got another one, Chance?
Shout out to the ECW World
I
Championship.
I don't even touch ECW because I let him do all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
It was a
good.
sweet
It was
design.
a nice title.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah.
But I like belts with a little bit of color on them.
Yeah.
Who
Like I
was your
don't.
favorite ECW champion?
I always liked Sandman.
Sandman over Rob Van Dam?
Yeah,
Rob Van Dam. I think he's
I-
the GOAT of ECW.
I just like Sandman's character.
Yeah.
So you like
He
Stone Cold
reminded
Steve
me
Austin a lot?
of an uncle.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
that's totally what Stone Cold.
Yeah.
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 What was his? What? Tell me 2 wrestling moves that the Sandman did.
Hit him upside the head with the cane,
Great
and hit him
move.
upside the head
With the
with
kendo stick.
yeah,
Technical,
kendo stick.
technical prowess. Right there.
Yeah,
Where did they
Smash a beer over your forehead, get into the ring.
yeah.
All right, I'm booking the territory right now. WrestleMania 41, Brooklyn Brawler versus the Sandman for the title.
There you
For
go.
the title. That's ratings right there. Ratings.
Brooklyn Brawl.
They're doing it in Vegas this year, y'all.
Yeah.
They are.
They changed
Hey,
it from Minnesota.
Rumor is BJ tagged us. Rumor is 27. It's
Oh,
gonna be
that's
here-
true. That's not
It's
a
gonna be
rumor.
here in Nashville.
That's not a rumor.
That's the
Right.
goal. That we got goals. We're going to be there with press passes
Yeah.
in 2027.
Yeah. for
We're
sure.
going to be guests of WrestleMania
We will be
because of this
guests.
show right
We're going to
here.
get the witness first time only, y'all.
Just because of all y'all.
First time only. Coco Beware versus Sanchez Turner. For the title. That's going to be the greatest match I've
for
ever
the undisputed world television
Over the
heavyweight title of the world.
Yeah.
Now, Rob Van Dam, he was more like he held the television title.
Yeah, he
more
did.
In
Yeah.
Which that I like that belt.
Dude,
also.
that belt
It
was tight.
Yeah.
I love that belt. I just loved him. I love Rob Van
Yeah.
Dam.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Me
he's
too.
he's just
He looks the exact same.
yeah.
Yeah, just
He's like Willie Nelson. Weed's a hell of a drug.
he is literally a drug.
Yeah.
What kind of drugs you like? I like marijuana, Percocets, Rob Van Dam. You know? Oh,
Does
my
any
God.
of the TNA belts stand out to you since y'all watch TNA and everything? Does any of their belts?
I mean, the X Division title was cool. They had the best matches. I don't remember what the belts look like off the top of my
No,
head.
I remember what the belts looked like. I thought they were always nice. Like I didn't think that they were like the world title and stuff. I think I was just kind of jaded around that era. Like they were nice, but like I couldn't just like lock my eyes on it and go, dude, that's like life changing for me.
Yeah.
But everything they've ever did was solid to me.
I think that maybe it's because when that time when we were kids with the belt designs is what.
Yeah, it's just being a little biased. I'm not hating or nothing.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Like the knockouts title, they did a good job with
that.
that.
New knockouts title, I
it's
don't know how
that
long that's been
sharp.
around,
It's
but
fairly new.
yeah, whenever Jordan Grace came
Yeah.
out with that thing on
Yeah.
it, it was like
It's on this
you
list
notice
right
it.
Yeah, it is.
It premiered. It just premiered
Yeah,
this
it's
year.
new.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of praise. They did a really good job with that.
Yeah.
And I think their heavyweight title right now looks very similar to the women's title.
Yes,
doesn't
it does.
And so
Jordan is Jordan Grace. She the heavyweight.
I'm not sure.
she's the women's title holder.
She's the one. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Because she beat what's the name when she went back to WWE.
Yeah.
Yeah, Naomi.
Naomi. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
But I like the WCW Tag Team Championships also. The ones that Harlem Heat had.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
that's how I
yeah.
remember.
And the Outsiders wore them and everything. Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
R.I.P. Sherry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
R.I.P.
that
Sherry.
I always like those.
I was a fan of that. The WCW always had just, I think, like you said, they had more color inserted in their belts, where WWFs were more just solid gold or silver or anything. You didn't have that little splash of color in there.
Yep.
I got one that that not a single person likes, probably.
Which one?
But I liked it because it just represented something different for me at that time. That's when I became a super fan. John Cena's spinner belt.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
I always thought it was cool.
I thought that was so cool.
I thought it was cool. That's when the spinning stuff was cool. Buck had the chain, the YB's.
Now, was
G
that a
chain.
Raw? Cause,
SmackDown.
Okay, what was the undisputed? What was?
See, that's what gets all this undisputed and that stuff. Raw SmackDown is when I get a little. I just remember him like having a spinner title. My brain remembers it being on SmackDown. I remember him coming out, had all the throwback jerseys on. And he literally looked just like Marky Mark.
He looked just like
Didn't he have a spinning U.S. title?
Yes,
a spinner U.S. title as well?
Yeah. He had all the gold and like I became an instant fan of him throughout the whole era.
Yeah.
And
I'm a
everybody
huge Cena
And he
fan.
put on hell of matches during that time.
No, he rapped and he just did something different at that time, and it just caught me off guard. I was just like, hold on, like. Yeah, it's been a while since I've latched on to somebody, and like this guy's got me like latched on. Like in that era, just I don't know, it was super cool. Like he held that belt for a while. Like that belt stayed there, even when he didn't have it on him. The spinner title.
Yeah,
still,
Edge had a spinner belt for it, and CM Punk wore the spinner belt for a little while too.
They kept that going a lot longer than I ever thought they would have because it was kind of hip hop.
See, when I think of that
generated.
undisputed title, I think of Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
He held that belt, correct? Him and JBL.
Yep.
Didn't
Yeah,
JBL hold the undisputed?
I didn't like that one.
It was very simple. It
Yeah.
was very bland.
It was simple. I think that's what they wanted. I'm sure that was probably JBL.
Undertaker had it for a little bit too, I
Yeah.
think.
Was the match where Cena was bleeding like a stuck pig against JBL? Did he win both titles in that match? The undisputed and the spinner and the world heavyweight in that
you
one?
might
I
be
want to
right
say,
on
yeah,
that.
I
Yeah, I
want to
think
say
you're right on that,
they were
yeah.
fighting. That was around 2000.
3 and 4, 5
Maybe.
in that era.
It's one of the most
2000.
bloody matches.
Yeah.
I mean, Cena is just
Yeah.
like he's covered in
I
color.
want to think it was 05, 06.
I like that
because
era.
07 was the Khali era. So it was before that. And 04 is when JBL and Eddie Guerrero had a bunch of heat.
Yes, they did.
Oh, yeah,
They
JBL
did.
and that Eddie.
So it's probably 05, 06.
Okay.
Yeah.
The ruthless aggression.
Was that
era.
Judgment Day?
06 was the big year when
Judgment
Cena
Day?
and Edge were going back and forth a
Yeah.
bunch in
That was
06.
a
Maybe
good
in
era.
Judgment Day
Yeah.
when Cena.
I quit match.
Yeah,
I
and
quit.
Cena. I mean, Cena is just covered in blood.
What year was it?
2005.
5, yeah. Okay, yeah. So that's what I thought because I knew 04 was when Guerrero and JBL had them.
That was the
really
only time in
brutal
my
matches.
adult life that I actually stayed home on Fridays. Like I watched that era of SmackDown quite often. Don't get me wrong, everybody. I went to the club after that.
Was SmackDown putting on better shows than Raw at
At that time, I thought so. Because they were making new stars.
Yeah,
Because Cena was not a star.
Yeah.
JBL was an acolyte.
yeah.
You know,
exactly. Yeah.
American Badass Taker. Like
What was the biggest name? Kurt Angle was probably.
Yeah, well, yeah,
he was
on
the
there.
big. He was the big name
he
on.
helped get over
Smack-
Cena.
Yeah.
Then their era. I mean, Triple H was hot at that time.
And Taker
Scott
was on
Steiner started
SmackDown and
Raw and stuff. But
yeah.
but they were both knocking it out of the park. And I thought because
Yeah.
people try to shit on that. I mean the ruthless aggression era
I thought
because
it
it
was-
came right after the Attitude era.
I thought that era was dope.
I
And
thought
it
so,
was
too.
still risque. Like it
It
was
was
still.
very.
Yeah.
They had way better wrestling matches.
Like I said,
though.
it created more stars.
Yeah. They had a lot more to choose from too because
Oh,
the merging
it's fresh
of all
off
the companies.
to the Lesnar, Randy Orton, all that.
Oh, yeah.
that whole,
Batista,
yeah,
and just that-
Shelton Benjamin, all of them came in at that same time.
2001, dude.
Yeah, it was
It was just the perfect storm and everything. It was just
absolutely.
I need to go back. That's the time, especially like 2004 to probably about 2010 is when I
Yep.
stopped
Kinda
watching.
stopped,
wrestling
yeah.
and
That
everything.
whole time, I will say, I feel like 07, 08 kind of fell off, but like 2005 and 6 were really, really good.
It was. It
Yeah.
really was. That right there in that little
Yeah.
pocket was really good. And then we got busy.
No, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
We,
were
we
doing a lot
wasn't
of
home
music
on
stuff.
weekends.
Yeah.
We were doing shows and stuff, but like,
Yeah.
and just doing our thing. But like,
05 especially, which I've talked about that, with TNA and WWE, but
Yeah.
2005 is that big year. You had Triple H and Batista. They had a bunch of dope matches
oh yeah,
going back and forth, switching the titles, and
I think
Cena.
I think what they dropped, one feud they dropped the ball with during that era would have been Batista and Lesnar. They were both bigger than a house.
Oh,
at that
yeah,
era.
yeah,
They
yeah.
never
I
had
never
them
even
cross
thought.
paths.
I never thought of
They
that.
did in like the OVW. Like if you go back and look at old,
Yeah.
like he was Levitian.
Leviathan.
Him and
Yeah.
Lesnar fought on there, and they were both just like
That is
so
crazy
big,
to think
but
about that them two never.
The animal Batista never fought the Beast.
you know what
Brock
I think it
Lesnar.
was? I think it was because they shit on Goldberg and Lesnar so bad because it was bad.
Well,
Yeah.
they shit on
think-
it because they were both leaving the same day.
That too.
That's
that
all
too.
that was.
I think some of it too was maybe them not being like Lesnar can work with anybody.
Yeah.
But Lesnar and Goldberg like
Well, I mean, in all fairness, they didn't shit on him when they came back in them Survivor Series matches when like Lesnar kind of got squashed by him a little bit.
Yeah.
Everybody knows Goldberg can't go, but Lesnar's a good seller.
Yeah.
But they wasn't leaving the company, so like
Yeah.
that match popped. Do you remember that? They
Yeah.
popped. That popped
Yeah.
quite a bit. But no one. They just at that time, no one. Everybody was like, "Fuck y'all, y'all are leaving." Like I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Like, get out. Austin, help us. Like Stone Cold on them both and send me on my way.
yeah.
You know. Yeah.
titles, dude.
Yeah. Good
Yep.
shit. Hey, you have any more?
No.
You're all out of them?
Well, I like that the Roman Reigns
I do too.
championship they had with the
yes.
black behind it.
I actually really
The-
do.
is
That's a
that-
really good title.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the world heavyweight title.
Yep.
Is I guess
think
that's
that's
what
what
they
it
call.
was,
AJ
yeah.
Styles held that
Yep.
one.
Yep. I like
Orton
that.
held that one for a little while.
hmm
I do like the look of that with the big WWE logo on
Yeah.
the front and everything.
But I like the black behind it more than I did
the blue
the gold
smack.
now,
Yeah.
or the blue or the red.
Yeah.
It's
Any
a
of
nice
that.
title. A really, really
I
nice
just like
title.
I'm with you. I like the simple black look of it.
Yep.
Especially when they did the double. They did the double line of diamonds with it instead of the single.
Yep.
But yeah, that's
Shout out to wrestling titles.
That
Shout out to
titties.
y'all for watching.
Yes.
yeah. Shout out titties.
When this is out, we'll probably be close to 800 subscribers. So y'all get us to that 1,000 mark.
Yeah, we're getting there.
We're gonna hopefully start doing some live streams at some point, like maybe watch-alongs of some pay-per-views or something. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, buddy.
But y'all be sure to subscribe, man. You can also listen to us on any audio format that whether it's Apple or Google or Spotify, Amazon,
Rhapsody, MySpace,
Google it.
LimeWire, Kazaa.
audio, video.
Just not Napster. We're not on Napster.
No.
Just not Napster. We're far away from there.
Hell yeah,
you
dude.
can pick it up at FYE, Media Play,
Tower
Records.
Records.
Tower
Yeah.
Records.
Sam
And if y'all-
Goody.
If y'all are feeling like you're not all the way fresh and so clean, go get you a Bar Lever 2000.
Scrub your butthole because we out this motherfucker. Pow.